Hi there. Now this topic can be a bit dry, so it's important to pay attention. Let's have a look at the different causes of drought. Drought happens when an area suffers from a water deficit. If rainfall falls well below average for a specific place, then a deficit can happen. There are different types of drought. It's meteorological, which presents as a degree of dryness compared to what is considered to be normal precipitation levels for an area, climate, and season. Agricultural, when there is insufficient water for crops, leading to wilting or loss of crops without irrigation. Hydrological, when the drainage basin suffers shortfalls, such as reduced stream flow or an increase of inflow into the reservoirs. Socioeconomic, when is there a demand for water to be used for social and economic purposes such as crop irrigation, or when HEP exceeds water availability. ENSO, which is El Nino. ENSO cycles, otherwise known as El Nino Southern Oscillation, refer to the El Nino and La Nina changes in the Pacific Ocean. El Nino events happen every 3 to 5 years, where winds weaken across the South Pacific Ocean and reverse direction. Warm water moves to the South American coastline, where low air pressure causes large increases in rainfall, promoting the potential for flooding. During the El Nino, Australasia has cooler than normal ocean temperatures and is subject to high air, resulting in little rainfall and an increased risk of drought. ENSO, La Nina, ENSO cycles, El Nino Southern Oscillation, refer to the El Nino and La Nina changes in the Pacific Ocean. During La Nina years, high air pressure descends on Southeast Asia and Australia, leading to cool air sinking that reduces the rainfall and leads to dry conditions and ultimately drought. South America receives low air pressure, high rainfall, and floods happen in contrast. How often do El Nino events happen? They happen every 3 to 5 years. Now let's have a look at human causes of drought. In addition to the weather, human activity can contribute to the risk of drought. The main human activities associated with the drought risk are over-abstraction of surface water and aquifers. Now let's look at a case study in Brazil. In 2014 to 15, industries, farmers and domestic users in Brazil increasingly used groundwater until the rivers began to run low. Poor and rural communities suffered because they only had access to groundwater because of rivers running low. There were different causes of the over-abstraction. Brazil's government introduced a charge of drilling wells of around $35,000 to $100,000. Residents drilled illegally because they could not afford the charge, meaning the water abstracted was not monitored. Hydrologists believe that the government's official record of wells drilled in 2014 only represent 1/3 of the total, as 70% of wells were illegal. There are problems with this. The government's well charge resulted in illegal drilling. Illegal wells were shallower and so did not have percolated deep into the bedrock. Water from illegal wells is less filtered by bedrock and may contain industrial and agricultural pollutants with high levels of bacteria. An increase in poor sanitation and waterborne diseases happens if the water is not filtered further. So why did Brazilian residents drill wells illegally in 2014 to 15? Because they couldn't afford the government charges. Which consequences are true during El Nino? Warm water moves to the South American coastline. Then Australasia has cooler than normal ocean temperatures. It happens over the South Pacific coastline, and Australasia is an increased risk of drought. Let's look at statements about Brazilian illegal wells. They're shallower, water is less filtered by bedrock, water may contain industrial and agricultural pollutants with high levels of bacteria, and they increase poor sanitation and waterborne diseases.